Hello Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 1st to the 7th of September, getting closer to your birthday season actually. So we're moving into what I call your autumn period here. And the energies that have been coming through that I've been talking about on the message from energy is going to be air and fire, which is perfect for you in one way, but it can also bring up some trying situations for you. We'll look into that a little bit later on. But also on the messages from energy, it was realizing that we can actually sort of change the universe is around us by applying ourselves into it and nourishing our own future. And it's a world of two. It's a world of two worlds at the moment for you, Sagittarius. I'm just trying to find the best way to say it. It's the world inside and the world outside, and I think there's a lot of it could be very stimulating this week here through ideas, through intuition, and so forth. And you don't want to get lost in that. You still want to remain passionate about what you're doing and the longer term plan. That seems to be the important thing that came out from the messages, the general messages from energy. So um, let's just, what we'll do is we'll go in, see your chakra sequencing as well, see what's going on there. Don't forget, if you have any questions that you want channeled as well for next week's reading, you're more than welcome. Just leave it in the comments section and we'll be able to channel an answer for you in the following week's reading. We also got the live on Sunday night as well, and other energy videos that we do on this channel. But in the meantime, let's just connect with the energy and see what's going on for you at the moment. It may start raining from time to time because we're having summer showers here. Yeah, I can see that passion. It's a very good force that is within the energy for you at the moment. It's going to make you very passionate about life, and you've got to be careful of the and why not? Why not the frustration that passion can build because the outside world is not quite ready for you. It's not that you're not ready. It just seems like the outside world is just not getting it and understanding, which could be a little bit frustrating for you because within inside you, it's very clear that seems to be the energy coming through. That could be tied into the shift that I did a video on the shift that's coming through, and it should come through in the next sort of like 2 to 3 weeks, where there seems to be an event that's going to change the conscious or the way in which we look at the world around us collectively. So, and I think that shift there is going to release all of this fantastic inner vision that you seem to be having this week here through this energy, this capacity to see through things and see the solutions to situations that others may not be able to see. And that could well be creating that frustrating side to it all. Let's just get on to see what's happening in the chakra sequencing for you. Okay, so just connecting to that energy now. You can find your peace and harmony within nature, making sure you take care of yourself, your mental health, making sure you've got, good walks in or just doing activities that gives you that sensation of sort of like a release valve, as it were, making sure you do those sort of things. So let's just see. We've got the central point here. So we're going to the third eye, to the crown and the root. The crown seems to be a lot more important than the root. There's a movement going on in your life, or there's a desire for movement, and the energy is trying to sort of like help you to put yourself consciously in place so you can step in line with the energy. So you can use this moment as a huge bound forward, really. If you, it's not that if you don't think about other people, but you can't, you can't play on everybody's pathway. You can't satisfy everybody. I think it's a big understanding within your consciousness that needs to happen here. Only you can live your life, and sometimes you've got to go ahead and do it. That's the sort of feeling I get about it. Sometimes you've got to break a few eggs in order to make an omelette, as they say. That's the sort of sensation I get about it. But there's definite movement because the root chakra is a lot less important, imposing. So therefore, there is movement in your consciousness towards a goal, which is really good for you. Let's just see where it's moving on to now. Okay, so it does move to the heart chakra, and this is that inner. It's like you want to go and do something, but if you go and do something, you have to leave someone behind in a way, and not eternally, obviously, but it's like you're caught between two things, and I wouldn't. This is where the heart chakra is really playing an important role here. I think you sort of like you should go towards the things that are stimulating the good feeling, obviously. It may create scenarios or situations that you may have to deal with that may cause you a bit of a pain in your heart, but that's probably only because the people or the situations around you don't fully understand about where you're going or what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do or express within your life. I think once you start doing it, people will get it. It's going to take them a bit of a time, and I wouldn't allow your heart to sort of kind of go, oh no, if I do that, then because you don't want to miss the boat, basically. I think that's the main thing. It moves on to the solar plexus here, and it does have a bit of the third eye that goes about it all. And it's funny enough with the fire signs, it does seem to be playing in the background, the back part of the chakra behind the head. So it's all about back thinking, and this is where the two worlds are sort of combining in a way. It's the inner thought from within you of you knowing how it works, but maybe the rest of the world doesn't. And that's where the solar plexus is going to come into play enormously, because that will give you the force, the courage, the determination to go and complete what you want to be completing and what you need to be living in your life. I think it's very important. Think of the longer term plan rather than the short termism. Be stimulated through that. Okay, where does it move on to now? It moves on to the throat. So obviously there's some form of networking that's going on that you need to be involved in order to get these plans of actions into place. And as I say, I wouldn't wait around. I would go ahead and just do it. Go ahead and live it. So yeah, it's that throat chakra there. At some point, once you define the road that you're going down and you do start taking it, then you can start communicating maybe with the people or the situations that are pulling you towards your goal. But also at the same time, you might be having to communicate and listening to people and situations that you're moving away from in a certain degree. And then it goes back to the crown and the root, and this seems to go back when it goes back to the crown and the root, it's much more in balance, actually. And I think it's like once you take that step forward, it brings you back into balance. And then because of the momentum, you've got to take another step. And that sends you a little bit out of balance again until you find that placement of that foot. And this is it. Once you start moving forward, I think this is going to be a lot more satisfying for you. Things need to move forward, I think, and reflect the inner vision that you have within you. Okay, let's just pick up some messages from the energy for you. Okay, here we go. We're getting that back again. There's a lot of calming energy as well around you. And I think that's because you're running on a high octane situation this week here. Um, so, there's the energy around you is trying to cool the system as you steam ahead, as it were. Let's just see if we can get an inner vision of what's going on. It's like I do get this sort of like I do get your inner being sort of a little bit further down the pathway going to you, come on, and then there's other people that's behind you kind of going, oh, stay with me, sort of thing. You know, it could be a relation separation that's going on, and it happens. I don't wish it upon anybody, but it happens. That could well be a situation going on here, but I think it's more of a case of the old way or the old life is, you've got to leave it and you've got to go towards your new life. I think that's ultimately what it is. And you're a little bit caught between the two here. And I would look to the future and, you know, move forward rather than go backwards if I was you. Okay, let's see what's going on the financial front. Prospecting. I would be certainly with this new movement going forward. I get someone who's knocking on doors, as it were, and I would encourage that within you to prospect for your future position. So, in the manifestation videos about, and it's talking about keeping things very simple actually, and this is simple networking. So basically, um, doing what is possible, but aspiring to what is impossible. And I think this is where you can drive through a lot of things here and open a lot of doors. You seem to be just going around trying, knocking on a few doors and opening up the possibilities that are around you. Really good for you, more than anything else. Uh, so, it's all about that, moving on, moving forward. Let's just see if there's sort of what comes up with those financial side and the door knocking, as it were. I get number 11. So obviously, when you're in synchronicity with yourself and when you're in synchronicity with your world, how you want your life to be, that seems to be the door that's opening, and it's opening up to a fantastic, beautiful celebration in a way, for you. So it could be finding your ideal job or your dream business or your dream project, or whatever it is. It seems like, it's when you're in sync that you will find the solutions. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. Surely love should be simple. Love should be easy. I understand that, sometimes you have to work in relationships. I totally get that. And I do enjoy that. But at the same time, I do understand the idea that it's supposed to be fun as well. And it's missing a bit of that, within the relationship side of it here. And it just seems like, it's like a realization that, this, it's supposed to be a lot more fun than this, I'm sure. I'm sure it said on the tin, love should be fun, you know, and I think that's what you're looking for. And this is where you may have to wait around for others to realize that. And it can be a little bit frustrating, having to wait around for all of that. But I think it's out of your hands in a way. There's nothing you can do more in order to make the person that, to make your partner understand, or for them at least to see things in a different way so the conversation can be had, so a middle ground can be found. But at the end of the day, I think you're at the limits of what you can contribute to it. Before it becomes no longer a great relationship where it's give and take. You'll be just, in the future, if you keep doing that, you'll be the only one giving, and I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing. Okay, let's just see what's going on the spiritual front. Your calling. It's like, it's your life. Only you can live it. At the end of your life, you're going to be able to turn around and see what you've done with your two hands, and you're the only one that's going to be able to see that. And I get this sort of like a star-studded night, starry night, and then when you do consciously look up into those stars, there's one star that just goes bling, and I think that's what the 11 is all about. So on the spiritual front, it's following your calling, more than anything else, this week here. Let's just put a few cards on that. Thanking you very much for having the confidence to subscribe, like, and share to this channel. It's absolutely beautiful to see. Let's just put a few cards on that. We'll pull a card on your financial side, a card on your relationship side, and then we're going to pull a card on on your inner energies as well. I think it's going to be quite a real contrast about what's going on the outside and what's going on the inside. But we'll see, we'll see. On your financial side, yeah, you get the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, sorry. Queen of Wands is all about the here and now. It's all about creating that magic. Look at that black cat there. You know, you are, by knocking on these doors and networking, you are creating this magic. You're creating this buzz around you because you're going out looking for it. And when you do, you're going to get the ultimate rewards, which is pure happiness. She's holding that sunflower. She wants that joy in her life. And I think this is within your financial side. That joy is not just going to fall from the sky like the rain as it is at the moment. It's going to be something that you need to go out and get more than anything else. On your relationship side, Four of Swords. Yeah, I do think there's a healing in here. I think this is I think it's you taking back control over your emotions in a way that you're not going to be um, submissive to emotional tactics of people that are around you. And I think you're understanding that it should be a lot easier than this, and it doesn't have to be so hard work. It's much more enjoyable, really, and you are engaging in that enjoyment. I think, and I think that's what's making you kind of go, "Oh yeah, you know, that's what it's like." What's the inner being all about? Now, this is the card. I haven't seen it. I reckon it's going to be a major contrast to it all. Yeah, look at that. Look at it. You've got that Ace of Pentacles there. Yeah, I think you have got this. This it's a revelation to you of kind of going, this really works for me. You know, the outside world, my environment, energetical and emotional, spiritual, and physical environment doesn't really correspond to that at the moment. But that's what you're opening the doors for with the Queen of Wands, really going after what you want to be living. Absolutely beautiful, Sagittarius. Really beautiful time for you, I think. Um, Very empowering when you take a lot more control over the situation than you ever believed you could do. Okay, so there you go. Thanking you very much for having the confidence to subscribe, like, and share. I really do appreciate it. Yes, you know, if you want to ask a question, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget about the messages from energy, also the other energy videos that we do, and the live, which is on Sunday night at 9 o'clock UK time, where you can ask any question about energy. It'd be lovely to see you there. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.